This is a test. This is a test. Oh, are we good now? Hello, charts. Chris Klein. This is a test. Oh. Looks like we're good now. Chris Klein. This is a test. I am directly hardwired through Ethernet now. Looks like we're good now. No more Wi-Fi. So maybe that's all I needed. Wow. Looking good. All right. Excuse me. Hey. All right. Well, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Chris Klein, how are you doing? We'll see how long I can go without it messing up. It's looking good. The frame rate seems to be a little laggy. I don't think I can do anything about that as I'm streaming, but that's all right. We're looking good, guys. Now, I think I'll be okay for tomorrow's stream. Thank you. I see I picked up a couple more viewers. Maybe I should do just a little bit of a TA real quick. Um, since I did get this working. Yeah, so I'm great. It's been a hot second since I've watched, like a week or so. Super glad to be back. Glad to have you back, Chris Klein. Mm, man, tried Market After Dark earlier. Wasn't happening. But now that I went and found an Ethernet cable, connected my extender directly into my PC, and now we are in crystal clear HD, and I'm not seeing any messages on frame rate drops or anything like that. So it's looking good. All right, so temporary bottom for Bitcoin potentially. We are sitting here on the daily chart. I do have this daily fair value gap that I'm watching here on the Bitcoin chart. If I go down to the 4 hour, this is what I'll be looking for. I'll be looking for Bitcoin to come up into this fair value gap. We can see that we also have a little bit of an order block right there, right about at the midpoint of that fair value gap, sitting at about 104,000. So we do have a bullish divergence printed right here on the Prime Oscillator Pro Plus. But we do have money flowed deep in the red on our 4 hour. So, like I was saying earlier in the previous stream that didn't want to work out, I think we do come up in here, but I think it is a corrective move and that we will likely get rejected and continue to the downside. I am looking for, at minimum, a sweep of this low. and then, but if we come down, pierce lower, come back up, bearishly back test this level or a previous support level in general, and get some more bearish signals, then we could see potentially more downside. I don't like to be a bear at all, but a lot of the macro economic indicators are pointing towards probably a slowdown at the least in our price action. So that is what I am looking at as far as Bitcoin goes. If I go ahead and take a look at other cryptos, we can take a look at Cardano. The way I'm looking at it, looking at these is we are putting in lower lows. You know, originally I was thinking maybe we could be bull flagging here, and we could still be bull flagging here on Cardano, but whoa. Excuse me. I need to turn some of this stuff off. Need all of this off. I just need that. All right, there's my parallel channel. So on Cardano, we are in this parallel channel. Let's go ahead and pull up a fixed range volume profile. Okay, so we did get a bounce off of the value area low, but we could just come up to this point of control and then roll over. So what we want to see, if we want to be bullish, is that we want to break above this downward sloping resistance, but also above this high over here. Get a close above this high, and then get a pullback, okay, into support right there, and then we can continue higher. However, if Bitcoin does give us a fake rally, then we could hit our heads up on this and then continue to roll over to the downside. Let's go ahead and put a Fibonacci on here. Look at that, right down to the 786. We did hold the 50, however, man, I mean, money flows coming out, or trend fusions below the zero line. I mean, everything is just pointing to more downside. It's not necessarily saying that we have, it's not saying at all that we have bottomed in here. Potentially we have from this low to here to current price to right here. That's a hidden bullish divergence right there. So we could see a bounce from here, but we could also go lower and still put in a hidden bullish divergence where we bounce here and then we come up, bounce here and then we come up. Okay, and we get a pullback, then we get a pullback, maintain that 50, push off of it, and push off of it, and continue after some more downside that I think that we will be seeing in Q1. Could we look at Doge and XRP possibly if you have time, or if you plan on going a little longer? I'm in future trades right now on Blowfin, have been like all day, hoping the 4-hour pattern will play out on both coins. So I am actually in an XRP trade. Let's go to the Blowfin chart. I am also in an XRP long, although I am playing it very cautiously. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's take a look at XRP. And this is on the daily chart. We can see slow down over the weekend. We're just now starting the new week. Friday showed a big push down with a close higher. However, we did not close higher than the previous day's open. And then we have trended to the downside over the weekend. But it was the weekend, so um, tend to, either go sideways or trend to the down on the weekends because the lack of volume. So, what I am watching on XRP here, on the higher time frames, is the potential for a triangle in here, which if Bitcoin does give us that fake rally, we could see XRP do the fake rally, but also dump when Bitcoin dumps. And then from there, we'll see if it can hold within the triangle and then get a breakout, or if it's going to break down and then everything just kind of corrects at the same time. Either one is potential, has potential, in my opinion. I'm still thinking on the short-term time frames that we are looking more for, that we are looking for more upside, or for short-term upside at least. So let's line this up. Let's just keep that up there as a reminder. Let's turn on our Market Dynamics Pro Plus. My blocks are on, attuned, original. Hi brother. Yo, what's going on? Hey, why don't you put your name in the chat in English? Because I don't know how to read that. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I would be doing better if my stream earlier on the Piper Academy had worked out, but that's all right. We got the kinks worked out. We'll be back with we'll be back for Markets After Dark tomorrow. Market Oracle Pro showing a sell signal on the 4-hour. Typically these come early. So as you can see, this one actually came in a little late, but if you consider this move up here and then the ensuing down move, then it came in early. And that's what typically happens with the signals on the Chart Prime Market Oracle Pro, is that they'll come in, you'll see a push down, or it'll be at the bottom of a move, and then you'll see a pullback, and then it'll roll over. So could be getting some of that action here with the Market Oracle Pro. Let's turn on the dynamic and quantum reactors, see what they are looking like on the 4-hour. Imagine, okay, so we've broken bearishly below the quantum reactor. Now this one holds a little more weight to it, and when it is gray or white, that means price action is neutral. We're red on our candle colorings. We're green on our market dynamics, on our dynamic reactor. Geez. So this just shows some indecision in the market. So, could just be some chop before we ultimately make a decision one way or the other. So not really confident in anything until we, break some highs and then potentially push a little higher, getting into an order block. I'm surprised it's not showing any order blocks. Sensitivity high. Let's just go to all. And let's see, there might be a soft order block. Okay, so yeah, there's soft order block right here. So this is what I would be watching for XRP. Just a little short-term rally. I think we do get a short-term little Santa fake out rally that that ultimately ends up turning over and moving to the downside. We back. I need to go to bed though. Rashad, that's right. Rashad. Sorry, it's hard to keep up, but um Rashad, I remember that. I'll remember that. I need to go to bed too. I do have work tomorrow. It is only a half day, and we are having our little Christmas party. And then after that, it's 10 straight days of no work. And all Christmas and New Year's festivities. So, but yeah, I'm still looking for a short-term upside, pretty much across the board. But definitely on XRP, and the other one was Doge. So let's go ahead and check that out. Um, I do appreciate you stopping by, French Toaster. I just had to get a stream out, make sure that everything was working. Didn't want to do it on, you know, Hyper Academy, but we did it here, and we did it live, and we done good. I'm on vacation after tomorrow too. Yeah. All right, so Doge. All right, this one looks a little bit nicer. Getting a nice little support level here on this loud order block. But same as XRP and Bitcoin, looks like we can move to the upside, get into some high order blocks, but we ultimately do have a bearish market or a dynamic reactor and a neutral quantum reactor that could flip bearish here soon. So I would just be careful here. Short term, looks like short term potential corrections, ABC corrections to the upside that ultimately lead to ABC corrections to the downside. So if you are in any longs, probably wouldn't hold on to them for too much longer. Just my opinion. It's not financial advice. That's just how I am seeing the market at the moment. And to me, everything is looking overextended or weak, which means we could be now Afghanistan. This is morning. Oh, you're in Afghanistan, Rashad? Thank you for watching me. But yeah, ultimately, let's go ahead and zoom out on Le Doge. Yeah, I mean, a pullback to this high over here, I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? Perfect sense. Have the breakout, Bart Simpson breakdown, back test, and then we can move to the upside. Back test, we also have the dynamic and quantum reactor sitting over here. We have some order blocks sitting over here, so would not be surprised to see that pullback on the Dogecoin either. So, so yeah, yeah, Afghanistan. That's crazy. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, Rashad. Appreciate you. But yeah, so breakout of the resistance and then a back test for support. Could be a wide range. As you can see, we do have a loud order block sitting down here. So do not be surprised if we do dig into this box, okay? Do not be surprised if we do dig into this box and then we get the turnaround. So, yep, pretty bearish, at least for January. For halfway through January, at least, I think I'm leaning more bearish. But that's okay. That just gives us more time to hop in on some longs and ride them to the upside. But for now, it's kind of like risk off. Everybody's kind of stepping back for the holidays and taking a chill pill and drinking some eggnog and whatever else. Oh man, this 4K camera is nice. Looking good. Of course, I only have it on 1080p, so it looks even better. Because, it's got all the pixels, but it's able to condense and make the 1080p ones better. I don't know. Um, yeah, man. Pretty. Also, I noticed this trend line on Bitcoin coming up here. January. January? Oh, I see. I see what you did there. Yeah, this trend line here. So we broke that pretty deep. Got some closes below it, so that's what's really concerning. Then we get a retrace, and then we get another move to the downside. How low we go, who knows? But I'm gonna be watching that dynamic reactor and these fair value gaps for sure. Um, could front run the resistance line here, uh, as we try to turn it into support, and then we can continue to the upside. So, but I still think that this looks more and more likely, um, just for a nice little pullback. Let's go ahead and look at our ES futures, our SPY futures, see how we're looking, starting the week off on our SPY. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of a move to the upside. A lot of mess. A lot of mess. Let's get rid of FVGs. Let's get rid of the fair value gaps. Let's get rid of premium discount levels. Clean this up a little bit. Give us order blocks and price structure. Another indicator that I like to use is this Fluid Trades SMC Lite. I love this because it just points out your market structure. Go ahead and get rid of the Market Dynamics Pro. Look, and it just traces out your market structure for you. Pretty cool. Pretty cool tool. Zoom out even further. Now, for some reason, oh yeah, I think I turned it off. So if I click on this and I show, and I turn on boxes, we can see it gives you all of your highs and lows. They call them supply and demand, but it's your swing highs and lows and even some internal highs and lows as well. It also tells you when you get a break of structure. And yeah, we can see, man, beautiful move down here, taking out, sweeping all of these lows to the left. Beautiful. Bring this up. We can see strong push down, no bearish divergence on the 1 hour. But yeah, let's zoom out even further. Want to see, so we did not sweep this low. We did come into the demand, but we did not sweep the low. So that's interesting. I still think, man, wonder if the SPY will create a new all-time high this week. Maybe, maybe not. Double bottom. I mean, equal lows. Equal lows, more like it. Equal lows. equal lows. Oof. So remember what we saw in the lower time frames? How it just came out and took out all the lows? Now, I don't think it's going to crash like that, but would be crazy. But definitely watching these equal lows and this CME gap right here. Get that CME gap with those equal lows, the CME gap lining up with some SR levels here, support resistance levels. So this is going to be an area of liquidity for me. All right, so let's see. Is it going to get up to that 786 at 6,100 and then roll over? Potentially taking out equal lows, relatively equal lows, these equal lows. That's how it goes straight into that CME gap. Speaking of CME gaps, CME gap on Bitcoin right here too, 77K. I already got it drawn out. There we go. CME gap for Bitcoin. Pull a fib, this low to this high. Tap right there, it's a golden pocket. This low hasn't, see how this one hasn't put in a new yellow line? And if we filled that CME gap, it would perfectly take us to, it would take us straight to the golden pocket. If we go from this line, where the SMC light ends before it hasn't put in this new line yet, it probably will put in a new line. If this gets pulled back like this, then this yellow line, this will probably put in a yellow line here for market structure. So if I just pull from here, we can see we get right back down to that golden pocket at about $77,000. So it's potential, man. It's potential. Brother, all market down after New Year's. That's usually how it goes. It's usually how it goes. You take a look at the history of Bitcoin. It's usually how it is. You can see putting in daily bearish divergence on our oscillators and our price action. So getting a pullback off of a daily bearish divergence to be expected. To be expected. So yeah, but maybe we got a little bitty tiny Santa rally this week, but it ends up being a fake out, and then we move to the downside. Check out that shirt. Fresh shirt. Yeah, from there, we just got to hope that the top is not in. I pulled this up. I was going to have this on Markets After Dark. I'll probably do it again tomorrow, but since you're here, I'll go ahead and go over it real quick. Exploring 6 on-chain indicators. To understand the Bitcoin market cycle. All right, so let's see. All right, so with Bitcoin now making six-figure territory feel normal and higher prices a seemingly inevitability, the analysis of key on-chain data provides valuable insights into the underlying health of the market. By understanding these metrics, investors can better anticipate price movements and prepare for potential market peaks or even any upcoming retracements. Terminal price. So the terminal price metric, which incorporates the coin days destroyed (CDD), while factoring in Bitcoin supply, has historically been a reliable indicator for predicting Bitcoin cycle peaks. Coin days destroyed measures the velocity of coins being transferred, considering both the holding duration and the quantity of Bitcoin moved. Terminal price has surpassed $185,000, but continues to climb higher. So currently the terminal price has surpassed $185,000 and is likely to rise towards $200,000 as the cycle progresses. With Bitcoin already breaking $100,000, this suggests we may still have several months of positive price action ahead. The pool multiple. The pool multiple evaluates daily miner revenue relative to its 365-day moving average. After the halving event, miners experienced a sharp drop in revenue, creating a period of consolidation. They were buying. Bingo, bango. Now the pool multiple has climbed back above 1, signaling a return to profitability for miners. Historically, surpassing the stress threshold has indicated the later stages of a bull cycle, often marked by exponential price rallies. A similar pattern was observed during all previous bull runs. And then there's some other stuff that I will go over in tomorrow's Market After Dark. But we'll save that for then. So some on-chain data essentially is suggesting that we are in the later stages of the Bitcoin price cycle. So I tend to agree, especially since this is my forecast for 2025. Let's turn this off. Let's zoom out to the weekly. So I am expecting a bearish turn for Q1 essentially for Bitcoin and crypto. Bearish. Then we get the back test. We do have that CME gap down here that we could get a bounce from and continue higher from. We'll just have to see once and if and once we get down there. If we do get down there and get a bounce, then I would be looking for potential reversal for that to be some kind of, dead cat bounce for a further move to the downside before we then push off of that for support, consolidate, create some kind of inverse head and shoulders or some kind of reversal pattern in here, and then move to the upside essentially for the rest of the year. It's one thing that has been very interesting to me. If we go over to the index chart and let's go down to the daily. Let's make this a little bigger. And let's do this. All right, so this, I found this quite interesting. If we go from January 1st, 2023 to January 1st, 2024, and we map this price action from January 1st, 2024 which is right here, that candle right there. Yep. So if we map that on to that exact candle, we can see that 2024 was essentially a repeat of 2023. I mean, you had the push up, you had the consolidation sideways, long consolidation sideways, and then you had them both break out within a matter of weeks of each other around the same time. And then you can see the consolidation, the weakness, and then we'll have to see where we go from there. Now, if we pull that same bars pattern from January 1st, 2023, all the way over. Okay, make sure we're lined up. We're nice and good. There we go. There we go. All right. Take that and we put that on that January 1st mark over here. On that January 1st. A little bit further over. There we go. I'm just going to put it at the bottom of that candle there. What if I put it at the bottom right here? Then look at that. Our tops come in almost exactly the same. Let's do January 1st. Oh, perfect. And right there, these lows right here, about the same. These highs right here, same. This high right here is about the same as this high. And then the consolidation, and then the push higher. So we could potentially maybe see another move up, another new all-time high before we push down to the downside, and then ramp up in going into March, and then go sideways again for the rest of the year until about November, and then we have a blow off top. Now, the interesting thing about this is if I zoom out and I pull a fib from the previous cycle high to the bear market low, that gets us out to a perfect 4.236 extension at $242,000. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. $242,000 potentially. So we have, you know, this consolidation range here, then the breakout, then we have another consolidation range here. It's essentially the same, and then the breakout. And now we see, are we going to get a little dip and then push higher, or are we going to get a bigger dip and then, I don't know. I don't know. But this is just beautiful price action. I don't know if it'll quite happen like this, but this is what I think institutional um, order flow looks like. This is institutional order flow. You consolidate, you push higher, consolidate, push higher, consolidate, one last push, and then you do the exact same thing except backwards on the other side. On the other side, come down, consolidate, and then push lower. Consolidate, and then push lower. Consolidate, and then push lower. I don't know if we'll get all the way down here, but that's just how the market tends to do things. 3 hits to the high, 3 hits to the downside, work it back up. But it is 10 minutes after midnight for me, and I do have work in the AM, so I gotta go over all of this again tomorrow. Anyway, I was just coming on here to do a test stream, and then you beautiful people showed up. So if you show up, I gotta show up for you guys and at least do a little bit of TA. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you for joining me on this not episode of Markets After Dark. And yeah, I will see you all later today, since it is after midnight. Right. Thank you, guys. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out, I would appreciate it. I love you. Good night.
Welcome to the night where we light up the spark. We're trading crypto, finance, you'll be mad on the charts. Hosted by the one, Lunar Beach's top shark. Dive deep into the numbers cause this ain't no lark. We're crunching all the data, making money moves fast. From Wall Street to the blockchain, making predictions last. Community together in this financial blast. Markets after dark, I shatter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright lights. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trends, see future in sight. It's markets after dark, live financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp on knowledge be showed. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the mother lode. Economic loops and the way the dollar flows. Community vibes where everybody grows. Analyzing trends while the world lays low. Markets after dark where only brilliant shows. Hit that subscribe and join the ride. In the world of finance where fortunes collide. Lunar's path will be your guide. Through the market storm or the market tide. On the charts with Lunar's bright light. Crypto markets soaring through the night. From Bitcoin markets soaring fast. Markets after dark, I shatter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright light. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trends, see the future in sight. It's markets after dark, the financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp on knowledge be shown. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the mother.